So in the last video you saw me take the rocker shaft out of this side. What I didn't film since then, I took the side over here off, and then I took some of the junk that I'm not using off of the engine, such as some brackets. The distributor came out. I cleaned up just all the wiring that was left on it. What I'm about to do is unbolt the intake, and then we'll see if we can get that sucker off of here and see what's under it. Well, I'll still have to pull the pan under it, but just like that, it came out. I'm going to vacuum all this out right here so I don't drop anything in it. And then I'll take the 6 bolts out for this pan here, take it out, then we'll take a look. Alright, let's pull this off and see what we got. See if I can grab an edge. So we got a little bit of buildup in here down in the lifter valley. Nothing too ridiculous. I'll be honest, I've seen a lot worse. The thing about these motorhome engines is that they did a lot of sitting. So, you know, the oil would sit a while, start it up, sit a lot longer, sit a while some more, and then start it up again. But it's got some deposits built up in here, which we'll take care of that whenever we actually, you know, remove the cam and totally disassemble it and clean it out and whatnot. But what I'm seeing so far I really like. It's really not bad at all. So here, let me pull a lifter out and show you just how good it still looks. I mean, this engine was running and driving. It would have been perfectly fine if I wanted to just throw it in there just to have something to drive. This would do it. Let me focus on this for you. And the lifters still look good. See all that? This is what's kind of built up in the lifter valley a little bit. But I mean, no wear, not a lot of crazy wear. So the engine's, as you can see, it's still pretty clean on the inside. This is a 77 block, so being that old, you know, it's held up really well. I unbolted the cylinder head. Let's see how this thing looks in here. Got a little trash from the head coming out. You can still see some of the cross hatches in it. Probably could use a hone. I'm not sure what I'll do yet. There's one side. I may tilt it to drain all that coolant out of it. If you can see, I mean, it doesn't look too bad. It looks pretty clean. You know, it has a pretty even burn. It doesn't look like it's been sludged up or anything. So I think the cylinder heads are good. I don't know if I'll be using these. I don't know if I'll go with anything aftermarket. If I do use these, I'll clean it up, take it completely apart, you know, new springs to match my cam that I choose, and then polish up the bowls or whatever I want to do with it. Maybe go with oversized valves. I don't know. That's still kind of in the works. But like I said, I don't even know if I'll use these, but we'll see. So that was miserable to get out. I totally forgot that there is a bolt broken right here. So I'll have to actually take that out, but now that the housing is off, I can go ahead and take the timing cover off, but I'll do that in a different video. So what I'd like to do under the hood, I believe the steering box or the power steering pump one, they were both leaking. So I want to take and degrease every bit of this, pressure wash this and then the underside of the car because it's covered in dirt. As you can see, just take a look at how much it's just caked on. Look at these torsion bars. There's just dirt covering everything. So what I want to do is totally pressure wash the inside of the engine bay, and then that way whenever I put the new engine in, it'll look at least semi-decent. I need to clean up all this wiring here and get rid of all this since I'm going with the new harness. I'm just going to take all this out. And with the engine removed, it'll be a lot easier for a brake booster and master cylinder to go in and to do any other kind of work we need to do. So, really excited about this. So what I've done is gunked everything. I used some of this right here. Sorry if it doesn't focus, but it's the original engine degreaser from Gunk. I wish I could have found some of the heavy duty, but they didn't have any where I went. So I'm gonna pressure wash this thing. It's currently raining outside, so this is gonna be kind of a bit of a deal. I didn't pressure wash it in the last video where I pulled the engine out because it was about 30 degrees. So I guess which one's better, rain or 30-degree weather, I don't know. But I even took the wheels off and gunked the inside right in here on the other side of this inner fender. So I'm going to take it out, jack it up, put it on jack stands, pull the front wheels off, and then really pressure wash the inside. Because once I do that, I can start rebuilding my front suspension like I wanted to. This should be fun. I think we ran out of gas. So unfortunately, the pressure washing did not go as planned as far as the back half of the car. I had jacked up the rear and put it on jack stands, but I did not get to it because of the rain. I actually got soaked trying to even attempt that. But the engine bay looks a lot better. If you remember, all that was just covered in dirt and grease and everything. Now we can actually tell what we have and what we don't have, which we shouldn't not have anything. But it looks really good in here. I'm liking what it looks like now. I need to remove that, just get it out of here. So what I'm working on right now is taking the drag link out. I've already unbolted everything. So I'm actually about to drop that. And once we do that, we will start unbolting ball joints and get everything ready to go as far as removing the spindle and start throwing things back in. So the 440, I just kind of waited on the rest of what I need to tear down on it. I like what I see, so I'm excited about that. Here's the plan though. Okay, so the 383 that I pulled out of the car is in fact the original engine. It matched the VIN number, and I know that engine needs to go back in this car, and it will. The 440 is just going to get me to where I can run and drive while I do the proper rebuild that I want to do to the 383. I want to really spend some good money on good parts and really make that 383 a good strong engine to match the car. So that way the 440, I'll do some work to it, but not really spend a lot of money on the block itself. which is why I didn't really want to touch the bottom end, because it's so low miles and I want to spend my money elsewhere. So all the components that we buy extra for the engine, I can remove easily and then put it in the 383 after I build the short block and make it what I want it to be. You know, because it's obviously needs a lot of work and the 440 does not. So we're going to do different heads, cam, headers, intake, all the good stuff around the short block, around the bottom end, and then take all of that stuff off whenever the time comes and put it on the 383. So don't worry. I didn't realize that the engine was original, because when I bought the car I was told it wasn't. So it's coming back. Don't worry about that. It will come back in the near future. I just want to have the 440 in the car so that way I can start driving it. There's a bug. If there's ever a comment or a question as to why I didn't do it, it's because I want to build up the 383 really well. The 440 is just to get me going. 383, I want to do basically everything to it and make it like a brand new engine. So don't worry about that. That's going to come back. Sorry for talking so long. I think I'm going to end the video there because we've done a lot. The next video, I think we'll start doing suspension work. I think that'll be pretty fun. We'll kind of go in depth of what we're going to do. It's going to be a lot, so we'll get started somewhere. The next thing also, I don't know if I'm going to start ordering parts of the engine just yet, just because it's not ready to put in. I don't need to put it in just yet until I really figure out the suspension and the brakes and everything. But yeah, that's really probably going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like down below. If you have a question for me, leave a comment. Send me an email, guys. It's at the very end of the video. Also, send your projects to the same email. Order your t-shirts and your stickers, guys. Thank you so much for watching again, and I will see you in the next one.